Don't ask me what that was. I have no idea. So it's Miss Pope back with the final third piece to your RCA number 2, which is all of our favorite poetry. Ew. No. Poetry, what can I say? I know how you guys feel. I know that poetry is a struggle for y'all, me too, but we will all get through it. So when it comes to poetry, we all know that poetry focuses on feelings. Yeah, and whatever message it is that the speaker is trying to portray to you. So when it comes to poetry, what I tend to notice, aside from there being a lot of feelings about something, I usually notice that there are different stanzas, which are composed of lines. I also notice that the author, or I should say poet, uses a lot of different figurative language, which tends to trip you guys up because you have to understand the different types of literary devices or figurative language and what it is that the author is trying to show you or tell you without indirectly telling you through the figurative language, which I'm like, okay, poet, why couldn't you just tell me what you want me to know? But that's all the creativity and whatnot that they want you to enjoy as you read poetry or make you feel as you read poetry. So, something else that I also pay attention to is any symbolism. If they're trying to use an object or an animal or just anything that symbolizes or represents something else, which I did not see in this piece necessarily that stood out to me. But something else that I also try to see is what is the speaker's message that he wants me to take away, kind of similar to theme in regular fiction or literary nonfiction pieces, as well as something that I think really kind of helps me is to see, is this poem, does it sound positive or negative? And actually, I use that with all my pieces. Positive and negative, for some reason, helps me better understand what the author wants me to take away. So without further ado, this is the poem Helen Keller, written by Langston Hughes. So Langston Hughes is writing about Helen Keller. So again, another connection. I know that Helen Keller was deaf and blind. So maybe this poem has to do with something about her being deaf and blind. So I have that right there. So she, in the dark, found light brighter than many can ever see. She, within herself, found loveliness through the soul's own mastery. So when I saw she, I knew he was talking about Helen in the dark. So I knew he was talking about her being blind and she can see nothing but darkness. She apparently found a light brighter than many could ever see. So she's found something great that others can't see. Now again, that's a symbol for something else already, light, because I know she can't see light. She's blind. So again, I wrote that down as being figurative. So she can see something or found something that's great that anyone can ever feel. So it has to be something within her. Oh, speaking of the next part. She, within herself, found loveliness, which sounds like something positive, through the soul's own mastery. So what I got from this was she found something great within herself through her own perseverance to achieve great things or to overcome something. She is able, she is special, which is what I gather from that. So already from this part, it sounds negative, but it's going into positive. Let's read stanza 2. And now the world receives from her dower the message of strength of inner power. So now she's giving something to the world that they can benefit from. So from here, I annotated that I already read that. Now she can share her abilities and things she can do with others who may struggle with the same issue. So I put a hashtag there. If she can do it, you can do it, or so can you. And I ultimately found this poem, like I said, to go from a negative tone to a positive one. I feel that the speaker's message to me is to not let anything ever hold me back. I can pull again from the first piece that she overcame her challenge in learning that different objects have different spellings or different meanings. And yes, she's going to have obstacles along the way, but she ultimately didn't let that hold her back. So I can infer that Langston Hughes admired Helen Keller, and he is writing about her strength in overcoming her issues or her problems with her disability and being deaf and blind. So again, you go down to the poem questions, and bam, we got questions written here in red, and we have No, we don't have anything else. You have those questions written in red that I expect you to answer, like I said on the last 3 videos. So again, just to reiterate a third time, if you have any questions, please, please, please message me on Schoology or text me on my Google Voice number. If you need to absolutely call me, you can call me. But just make sure it's not like 10 p.m. Like, I have a life, okay? Thanks. So yeah, get these done, get your credit so you can pull your grade up, and I will see you in the next video tutorial. Bye!